What's going on, audience? Sport Rex. I'm Max. Welcome to TVFGC News. And today we're talking about the Capcom Fighter Collection 2 has ascended as one of the top 20 games of May 2025, but Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is nowhere to be seen. So we're going to go to this Event Hub's article. Is going to break it down all for us. Let's see here. So Capcom Fighter Collection 2 hits the top selling spots game list in the US, but Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is still absent. So if you go in here, basically we're gonna sum it down, but it's basically saying this guy right here, Matt Piscatella, basically labels the top 25 or the top 20 best-selling premium games of May 2025, includes physical and digital from the sharing publishers, excludes add-on content. And you see right here that Capcom Fighter Collection 2 is in the number 19 spot. So it's crazy that basically a collection of old games is up here in the top 20 spot of games this year, with all these games that you see right here. And then the thing that they say probably gave it is this bump is that when you see the top 10 best-selling premium games on Nintendo platforms, Capcom Fighter Collection 2 is number 2. And they basically said it didn't appear at all in the top 10 for the PlayStation, Xbox, or PC sales. So basically the Nintendo Switch getting it up there. You see why Street Fighter 6 waited for Elena to get on their Switch for it to go ahead and release. But the thing that they point out about this is that's crazy is that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is not on here. So it basically says for the second time in a row, for the second month in a row, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has failed to chart on Sukarno's rankings in the US. But like they said, they mentioned that SNK is not listed among the publishers that shares digital sales with Sarkana, so that numbers could theoretically be higher than what they're suggesting right here. But basically what they are saying is just because they don't report them doesn't mean that they necessarily can't be on here. So they're basically saying that, you know, hey, they might not be on here, but they could actually be higher than what Sarkana basically thinks it is, because basically Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, SNK doesn't directly report to them, so who knows. But then they goes on to say basically the highlights of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves since it has been out is that it's one bright spot is that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves was among Steam's top 12 bestsellers in April, but it failed to chart on PlayStation's top downloads for the month. And then in its own country, Fatal Fury did manage to debut in the top 10 in Japan, though it only sold less than 10,000 copies at launch. Now, we've talked about this ad nauseum here at TVFGC on our Input Output podcast, that basically Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, it just seems like it's not selling well. You would think people who did pretty well, even if SNK doesn't report, would want to flaunt how well that they did, would want to flaunt how good that the game is selling. And then on top of that, SNK had one of their big wigs step down because it seems like he wasn't satisfied. They're not satisfied with how this game went. They put a bunch of marketing dollars into this, and that's what you see a lot of people talk about. The marketing budget that went behind this is crazy. So it's insane that Capcom Fighter Collection 2 could be in the top 20 games sale for this month, but a whole brand new game in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves isn't there. Now, it sucks that you keep talking about this, but the numbers are being reported again, and we're just reporting the numbers to you. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section down below. It's crazy, but hey, this is what it seems like Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is going through. But peace out.